Oh, round two.
That sucks because they don't get to see us break down our guns now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh well. Alright, you want to do that again? I'm ready when you are.
Hi, welcome to Concealed California. I'm Southpaw.
And I'm Stumpy. Today, we're going to start a new little series of video logs. I refuse to say the word vlog. I think it's
Just
stupid.
said it, get out, you hipster.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Basically, we're just going to be doing general whatever we feel like doing that particular night. Right now, it's going to be cleaning. We just got back from the range. Haven't had a chance to clean our stuff. So, we're going to basically just talk about different events and topics and blah, blah, blah that are relevant to California, I suppose.
Yeah, basically whatever comes up. California and gun rights in general, for the most part, really.
Yeah. We're going to do a series of them, basically just however, I can't say it'll be every week, every blah, 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 just whenever we feel like, I guess.
We get it in inkling.
Yeah. What do you want to start with?
I want to start with...
2015, so.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I want to start with one of the terrible things about the New Year is the fact that one of the new laws just came into effect 2015, getting rid of single-shot exemption.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing.
Basically, the way it works here in California, for those who A, don't know, or B, don't live in the state, the California has what they call the roster of not unsafe handguns, because, they can't call a gun safe now. And basically what that is every handgun that's approved to be sold in California has to go through a battery of tests, have a bunch of different features like micro-stamping, external safety, magazine
disconnect.
Yeah.
The main one, though, is the micro-stamping.
Basically, yeah. That came into effect, I believe, either beginning or midway through 2014. And basically what that did is it made it impossible for gun manufacturers to meet California's stringent demands.
It might have been, I think it was actually earlier than that, but
maybe.
Whatever.
But anyway, it basically made it impossible for gun manufacturers to meet the demands of California in order to sell handguns in the state, semi-automatic handguns specifically.
Micro-stamping is basically an impossible technology that does not work. It takes too much money.
It takes too much money.
Pointless.
It's basically like every police department that can read micro-stamping needs a multi-$1,000 scanning electron microscope. It wears off way too soon. Basically, even the person who came up with micro-stamping basically abandoned the technology.
All you really need to know is that it's a way to systematically and even retroactively ban firearms, or at least ban handguns from the state. Slowly but surely.
So basically we have an ever-shrinking list of handguns that are approved for sale in California, as well as many are, no new ones are coming in. But there was one shining light, and that was single-shot exemption. There was an exemption in the law, aside from single-action revolvers, to where if there was a pistol that was single-shot and had a 7-inch barrel, I believe, and a few other things, it did not have to comply with the demands of the California roster.
So you could get it in California.
So what FFLs were doing is they were adding a 7-inch barrel with, I believe, a longer breech or some way to keep it from feeding ammunition from the magazine back into the thing, into the chamber, into the chamber. Therefore, making it a single shot gun. It therefore could get around the whole roster. However, the anti-gunners, caught on to this because a lot of people started doing it once they could no longer get their favorite handguns.
A good example would be like the Gen 4 Glocks.
Gen 4 Glocks, all the Smith & Springfield XDs, all the...
not necessarily all of them, but most of them, because there's like an XDM and
the Smith & Wesson Shield without the safety, stuff like that. Car CW380.
Yeah, you got through an SSE.
Exactly. But basically, the anti-gunners found out about it, passed a law through the Senate Assembly up to Jerry Brown, who of course signed it, getting rid of that exemption. So now, what we're left with is an ever-drying up pool of handguns that we have access to here in California. And unless the roster goes down, or the CalGuns lawsuit actually comes through and takes the roster down, there's basically no way for you to get any off-roster handguns anymore, and more are falling off the list every day. Ruger, not long after micro-stamping became mandated, completely stopped selling semi-automatic handguns in California. It wasn't their fault. Basically, all their models...
they didn't necessarily stop, but they basically said they're not going to renew most of their stuff anyway.
They were kicked off the roster, most of their models.
Anything that was kicked off, they didn't bother fighting it, basically. They just kind of let it go. They said, fine, sorry, California.
Actually, that's not true. I was listening to Gun Talk, and they had the CEO of Ruger on, and he said basically they're trying, but they can't do microstamping, and they're not going to do it. Nobody can do it because it's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part, outside of a laboratory, and so therefore they're trying everything they can, but you know they're basically screwed.
So the most important thing is you need to hope that the Calguns Foundation, please go to them, donate some money, donate a couple bucks, buy a couple T-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever. We really need them to come through and win this lawsuit to completely destroy the handgun roster. That was a big one. What's another one? There, 1014.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't really affect you or me too badly, but I feel really.
I've seen some of your girlfriends. I disagree.
They don't live here. But it really sucks for the family members of hardcore anti-gunners. What AB 1014 is the handgun or the what is it? Firearm Violence Restraining Order.
There you go.
The Gun Violence Restraining Order. And basically what it is a family member or I believe a girlfriend, somebody who's lived with you for more than
it's something
6 months.
It's like household members. I don't remember this.
It's really vague, the language, but basically the way it reads out is anybody who's lived with you for more than 6 months can call the police, say that they fear that you are a danger to yourself, others, or anything like that, and a judge will look at it. If he signs the order, much like a restraining order, they come, kick your door down, and take all your guns. After that, they set a court date.
This is before, exactly like you said, before
a
court date, before a trial.
This is
a judge says, I don't really like guns, or I really agree with this lady.
Well, the problem is, even if you have a pro-gun judge, what judge is going to go, I'm not going to approve this order, and then risk being in trouble if they do end up hurting somebody. So judges are probably just going to sign it just to save their own ass. But basically the way it works is it's a perfect example of guilty until proven innocent. They come in, take your guns because you might be a danger to somebody because you're crazy anti-gun leader of the local chapter of MDA says that you are.
Southpaw's crazy women, girlfriends.
Hey. You're not crazy, just mentally unstable. Emotionally.
I'm pretty sure that counts. I think it's the same thing.
Either way, so what they do is they come take your guns and put them somewhere. I'm assuming they're not going to put it in a safe where they'll be safe and, you know, protected from damage.
Probably
just going to go into an evidence pile.
Yeah, somebody's probably going to play with it. They might take it to the range on a day that they're bored.
They might drop it. Cool stuff. They might drop it on your $1,500 ACOG. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So then they set a court date that has to be within 21 days, I believe, of whenever the guns were taken. So you just sit there.
That's all, because it's fair.
Yeah,
that's
fair. You just sit there with your thumb up your butt, and then you get to go plead to the judge and try to somehow prove you're not crazy, prove your innocence
this is your AR one, right?
to the czar who signed this order to get your guns back. And if he says no, you lose your gun rights for a year, period. And then they revisit it in a year, and he can either let it go and give you your guns back, which I'm assuming would take forever.
Because you're a criminal, right?
She called you crazy. You're obviously a crazy person. This very sane anti-gun MDA member who endangered her children 3 months ago.
Her name could or couldn't be, or might not be Shannon Twats.
No, it's Shaneen Watson.
Oh, my bad.
We have to protect ourselves from their legal services. Either way, it's just stupid. And while we're talking about stupid, why don't we talk about, what was it, SB 199?
The airsoft one? Which one's not 99?
That's the airsoft one, where in California now, in order for a BB gun or an airsoft gun or a replica gun to be legal, it has to be brightly colored.
Yeah.
I believe when it was first written, the whole gun had to be some obnoxious color in order for it to be legal in California. Now I think it has to have 3 stripes of a bright color.
It's like on the grip, the stock, and the barrel or something.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, what I really hate about this law is it's not going to help anything.
Oh, it's not. I mean, if anything, it's going to make it worse because now I mean, let's put it this way. I don't care if your gun looks like a gun. I don't care if it's bright orange. If you point it at me, I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And I should hope that police are going to do the exact same thing.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, that incident that happened where a kid was playing on a playground with an airsoft or a BB gun and, somebody calls the cops and they literally say, I think it might be fake, but I'm not sure. The kid still ended up getting shot, okay? You're not gonna, it doesn't even matter if it's a damn Nerf gun. If you point it at a cop, you're gonna be in some serious trouble.
And it's also gonna, in my opinion, I think we've already seen it. I was on Calgun's forums the other day, and some guy posted a picture of a guy that like hit a shotgun inside like a squirt gun.
Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of people that were like painting their weapons bright orange. There was another one where the gun, it was like high. It wasn't High Point. It was like High Profile Arms or something. I don't remember. Made a gun that naturally came bright red. The entire gun came bright red.
Yeah, well, I mean, Glock makes their red and blue training pistols too.
Exactly, and this gun itself was normal, came bright red. It actually fired. It was like a 380 or something. Got arrested down, I want to say like, don't hold me to this, Southern California or something. And the sheriff came out and was like, this gun was obviously painted to look like a toy, which it wasn't. So I guess they're just going to eventually ban all guns that look like any color. I don't know what's going to happen, you know.
But either way, no, it's dumb, right? Because like, I always give cops the benefit of the doubt because they do have a tough job and stuff like that. But in reality, I mean, you know, if you don't have like some serious training,
there's plenty of cops out there that aren't gun people and they're not going to notice the difference.
Yeah, they're not going to know the difference, and they're not going to, you know.
And I don't want them to, you know, I mean, I don't want them to have to be like, sit there for 20 minutes going, is that a real gun? Is that a gun? As the guy's shooting and putting bullets in them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I don't really know how to word it exactly.
It just seems like it's a pointless law.
It is a pointless law. It's not going to help anybody, and in the worst case scenario, it's going to hurt because, you know, now criminals can just paint 3 stripes on their gun, and it'll give cops that moment of hesitation to wonder if it's real or not.
That's what I worry about.
And they'll end up getting shot. And I mean, you know, if you're stupid enough to take a toy gun out into public and start pointing it at people and stuff like that, you know, I really do think that at the very least you should be, you know, arrested, you know, or taken in and asked what the hell you're doing. But at the same time, I also don't think that the sight of somebody carrying an airsoft gun down the street should be some reason to be alarmed.
Yeah, it's all crap basically. Let's move on. Is there anything else we want to jump to before? Because you didn't hear the full details so far about the France shooting, right?
No, I haven't heard anything about it.
Basically, you not listened to the news?
No, I don't. I've been doing adult things today, like really boring adult stuff.
God. Well, basically, there was a popular magazine in France that's kind of like a satirical magazine, very similar to The Onion. Well, they're very well known for making jokes towards terrorists and the Muslim culture, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, did France have balls to make fun of somebody?
Yeah, no shit, dude. But 3 guys, I want to say it was like, their ages were like 32, 28, and 18, decided to take it out there, of Muslim faith. They came in, they're terrorists, let's be honest. They came in
it's
and
a religion of peace and tolerance. You just need to understand.
Yeah, no shit. They came in and they shot. They came in with I think AKs, from what I can tell. I just saw the video. I'm not really sure yet. And they shot up they came in. They killed a police officer. They killed, I want to say, 11 people. Injured quite a few more. All over this stupid magazine. They don't like very simple, they do not like your freedom of press. You know, they don't like that somebody else could have another opinion of them.
Well, you have to kill everybody that makes fun of Islam. Don't you know anything about Islam?
Yeah, apparently, dude. It's just crap. And what's scary, and the reason why I want to talk about it is, I expected something like this to happen in Europe. Their borders are not nearly as secure as ours. That's saying something. Stop laughing at me. They're all congregated together. But let's be honest here. Something like that's going to happen here. You know?
Most likely.
So we need to have We need our gun rights. Very simple as
Well,
that.
I mean,
You
no,
know?
because if guns were just illegal in France, that would have never happened. It's
Yeah.
because
Oh,
lax
yeah.
gun laws in other European countries that,
Like Great Britain.
yeah, that are the reason that these evil guys could have gotten their guns, and if only, you know, like the Armed Trades Treaty just took away all the guns from anybody but terrorists, because, you know, they get their guns illegally anyway, everything would be fine.
It's it's total bullshit. I mean, these guys freaking, they got this, and we all know that. We're preaching to the choir here.
If you can't ban guns in America and keep guns out of private hands and out of criminals' hands from gangsters and stuff like that, there's no way the UN's going to be able to do that internationally. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way to stop the international black market. I mean, look at Sons of Anarchy. Wait.
God damn it. We're on a bit of a Sons of Anarchy kick right now. I know we're like the entire series too late.
We're just like behind the entire world, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, we don't.
Now we get to binge and watch 3 seasons at a time instead of having to wait every week.
I watched 7 episodes in a row yesterday.
Yeah, you have a problem.
I can stop anytime I want.
It's time for an intervention.
All right. What else? Is there anything else? I mean,
I can think of.
I guess we could talk about. I mean, this is our first video log. We might as well talk about what our plans for ConKali California are.
That'd be good. Do you want to talk about what kind of gear and guns that we have in the near future?
I do.
All right. What are you planning on bringing to the table?
Well, I think the next one coming up is going to be the CPX2, right?
Yeah.
It's like really cool. It's a Sky CPX2, SCCY CPX-2. It's a really cool little pocket 9mm. It's kind of cool because it's basically, if anything, this is loaded, so I'm not going to mess around with it too much. I just want to show it size-wise. It's smaller than the Shield. And the Shield's got to be one of the smallest 9mm out there. You know, everything smaller has got to drop into like the 380 range. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool. It's a double stack. What's cool about this is that the Shield holds 7+1. That thing is a double action, double stacked 10+1 pistol, which is pretty badass.
It certainly didn't.
Small.
It didn't feel big in your hand. You know, we fired it before, not too much, but I mean, it was very light, lighter even than I think the Shield.
Don't give it too much details, but so it's cool. You'll see more later. That's gonna be our next one, and it's kind of funny because I think we actually kind of agree on it for once.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to find some reason to call you stupid though.
I believe you will.
Another one that we might do eventually is this right here, the Vortex Spark 2. Look for this in a future video. However,
we'll probably compare it to the Aimpoint too.
I was going to say,
it
won't be alone. So until Stumpy gets off his butt and actually gets optics, that's going to be in the wayside. We also, I want to talk about this, tease them. We do have a pocket dump video coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
We filmed it forever ago, but we don't have any video editing software. Or
yeah, we're
like
buying that really quickly, so don't worry. So hopefully our production value will be jumping up through the roof.
Yeah, maybe it won't look like 2 5-year-olds who got a camera and decided to make videos about the boogeyman.
The problem is that's basically what we are.
What we are right now, yeah. Until we get like special effects and stuff, like we'll put a green screen up, we'll put explosions in the background, and then we'll seem like
maybe like a bald eagle.
Yeah, and the American flag, and
it'll be cool.
We'll be so professional.
Yeah, definitely. We're not going to be professional. We're going to be better than we are now. Let's just
okay,
say
no,
that.
it's going to look better, but it's not going to sound better.
No, I agree. We got a ton of reviews coming out. I have a line on a bodyguard. Hopefully I'll be able to bodyguard 380 that'll hopefully be able to get a hold of.
And we're also going to do a little bit more gear. We're going to have certain knives, some gun belts, different stuff like that. I would also like to do, don't hold me to this one, I'd also like to do a video about what knives are legal to carry, what you can and can't have, what you can and can't conceal, stuff like that. I really think that'd be good to get out. But we're still working on the kinks on that one.
Yeah, so we'll work through that. We have a ton of stuff. We're going to move to some rifle stuff, like we showed there. We're not going to just do handguns here. We've done mostly handguns for the concealed carry crowd. Hopefully that will be more in the future. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
the
Really, all
we did go shall issue technically, kind of, sorta ish. So hopefully that will become official in by 2015, something like that, and you guys will be able to come to us for guidance.
Yes, exactly. We'll be your wise guides through the maze of California law and concealed carry.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you. If you have to turn to us, well,
I think that's really about it. We got.
I think so.
Is there anything else that's really big, glaring? No, I think that's it.
We got a big gun rights fight throughout the United States in 2015, so
As usual.
it's not time to rest on our laurels yet.
Yeah, we'll try and keep up. We're gonna try and we follow the Cowguns Foundation or not. We're not really affiliated with them by any means. We just really support the cause.
Like you rely on us for information, we rely on them.
Yeah, so definitely go to them. Donate a couple bucks. Like I said, I got a really cool sweatshirt for them. I'll see if I can wear it from them. Yeah, I bought it for them. It's a present. Don't tell them.
They still haven't answered my question asking them where they live.
Yeah. And I think that's about it. So I guess you guys have a good day. And we'll talk to you next time.
All right. Have a good one. We still need like an outro